Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Some monarchs and also some key religious leaders in the southeast have sent a very loud message to the presidency and also to the federal government over the issue of release of Nnamdi Kanu. Don't forget that there were supposed to be some instructions that people in the southeast were supposed to obey as a result of Nnamdi Kanu still kept in prison, but due to the intervention of the monarchs and also religious leader, IPOB leadership had to calm down. But you know that though they've calmed down, they've not forgotten the conditions that they were given and also the agreement negotiations that took place before they backed out of or backed down on the sit at home, which was supposed to take place before the election in Anambra State. So right now, the the leadership of monarchs in the southeast and religious leaders have sent a message about the release so that worse than what they have seen now will not come. So you're going to hear the content of the letter and what they have to tell the federal government about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. We're going to give you all of that in the jiffy, but if you've not subscribed, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we pop. The Southeast Council of Traditional Rulers and the representatives of Igbo archbishops and bishops have called for the immediate release of detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. In a statement made available to newsmen on Sunday, which is today, the group lamented the continuous detention of the IPOB leader, noting that failure to let go of the Biafran agitator would squash the already established peace in the southeast region. This is as the monarch and respected clergymen commended IPOB for allowing the just concluded Anambra State governorship election to hold successfully and peacefully. The statement signed by His Grace Most Reverend Anthony Obinna, His Majesty Igwe Nnaemeka Achebe, and His Grace Most Reverend Dr. Chibuzo Raphael Okpoko JP, also thanking the resident of Anambra State, the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC, the security forces, the National Peace Committee, and all other actors who play a major role in the November 6 polls, which was later extended with days for completion. According to the joint group, IPOB listening to its appeal by calling off the Monday sit-at-home order brought about some relief to the already distressed social and economic life of the citizens of the state. However, the joint body said it is highly disturbed by the persistent complaint by the IPOB legal team about the difficulties it encountered in dealing with the Department of State Services, and especially the sad event which occurred during Kanu's appearance in court last Wednesday, November 10. It urged the court to affirm the fundamental human right of Kanu, his lawyers, and other stakeholders. According to them, they said failure to do so would lend weight to the suspicion in some quarters of a planned secret trial, as well as neutralize all the effort being made to establish peace in the southeast. The statement further acknowledges the comment by the Attorney General and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami, senior advocate of Nigeria, which affirmed that the federal government was open to a political solution to Nnamdi Kanu's case. According to their write-up, they said this statement is in line with the proposal earlier made by this joint body and by other well-meaning persons and groups in Nigeria. This body therefore eagerly waits the concrete step that will be taken in this regard. We acknowledge the roles played by various other Igbo organizations and groups in fostering peace in the southeast zone and call on all to sustain the current effort until true peace based on justice and equity is established in our land. This sounds very interesting, and if I must say the truth in respect to this Kanu's case and the attitude of IPOB members, Biafrans, and the likes, I am hopeful that the federal government will do the needful so that this peace that Southeast is currently enjoying will, be sustained. Why I'm saying all of this is, look, if you take a look at the fears that were hanging before the Anambra State election. It was traceable to the fact that IPOB would not allow, or IPOB will not be involved in the elections. And also we knew that though IPOB were not the one enforcing the sit at home, there were some dudes also who called themselves enforcers, who were really out to ensure that, there was no elections and there was nothing, like peace in the area and all of that. This should be sustained by the federal government waking up to its responsibility and all hands being on deck. Because now, for me, I believe that this is like halftime. During halftime, changes are done. During halftime, in football especially, you use it to do a lot of things, to fix a lot of things, so that when the time comes again for play to resume, the right step will be taken in the right direction. The right people will start making moves, so that at the end of the day, it will end up in victory. So now that they are giving the Southeast government, the governors and the likes, this level playing ground, this peaceful movement, they should expedite action to ensure that they create a forum of meeting with the presidency and also other stakeholders, so that any form of political solution which they intend to use is put at work speedily, so that these guys will now wake up again and start demanding for their leader. Those few days when they were calling for sit at home and all of that, it was not a good one. People were crying, people were wailing and all of that. Now that they have allowed it, this period should not be a period where everybody go back home and rest and say, thank God, at least we are relieved again. Our business can start moving on Mondays and the likes and all of that. Thank God that they even agreed for election to hold in Anambra State. This is not the time to do that. There should be underground workings, even by this monarch, because according to the information that was on the media, it was because of the monarchs and also religious leaders that made them to kind of back down on some of the decisions they wanted to take, to show how offended they were towards, the fact that their own leader was in prison. Now that they have given them time, I think that the monarchs, the religious leaders, should see how they can speed up everything, meet with the government, meet with the state governors, the Southeast governors, to a point of creating a time for meeting with the presidency and also with relevant stakeholders like the Attorney General of the Federation. Let's discuss this thing, put everything on ground, invite the lawyers that are involved, as MNK lawyers, sit together, talk about, this issue and reach a consensus before these guys will wake up again. It's not fun, right? Right now, based on some of the comments I'm hearing and all of that, everybody seems to look at the leadership of IPOB as being very weak. You understand? Why? Because they have condescended to accepting what the federal government, the state government and even their traditional monarchs are saying. And they are looking at them as being weak. Not that they are weak, they are just trying to show some level of concern, especially for their own people, those who are here in Nigeria. But with what we are seeing thus far, I'm seeing that the patient may be short-lived. And if it's going to be short-lived, the next round of what Nigerians are going to see may not be palatable. We are not praying for that. The anger should kickstart again. But then what should be done should be done. Justice and equity is one of the things that I'm earnestly desiring to see at the end of the day. That's why I was very, very cold when I heard Nyako extending the next trial to January 19 and 2020. I was like, man, why should we do all of this? If we must fix this issue, let it be fixed once and for all, so that Nigerians can wake up to a more better life. The Southeast people can see a better future for themselves, and at least everything can return back to normal. Well, yes, most people say that there is nothing like negotiation. It's only this that we want. But then those who are at the hem of affairs are saying that there is room for negotiation and all of that. It should be expedited so that all the wahala that is awaiting, about to be uploaded, will not come. It's just a candid advice, and based on what the leaders have said, I'm hopeful that all those who have been called upon to expedite action in respect to meeting with the relevant stakeholders about the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should wake up and do the needful. That's what I like to leave you. Go to a